Nice idea. Just kill Fallen.
Kill Fallen.
That's great. Just kill him.
Oh,
I've never played Mafia.
I just love how every time they were just going for Dead. Like, just get rid of Dead. Okay, just get rid of him.
They weren't kidding about Cold. He was a bad liar.
Yeah, he was a bad liar.
He was terrible.
He was the worst. Yeah.
Oh, look, little smirk on Yanko's face.
I love how.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got to be.
He's got to be winning.
Oh, wait,
He's
we see it
grinning.
here. I didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. What happened?
On a new map?
Looks like they changed the map.
Oh.
Yeah. So now they're doing Dust 2 duels.
Oh, Yanko's ahead.
Again. Yanko's been wrecking.
But that can't be the same score, right?
No.
That's just the map score.
I imagine it's probably like 100 rounds of each map.
Oh, okay.
And they're doing 3 maps.
Considering Steel streams all the time and only Counter-Strike, you'd think that he would be better at this game.
That's why I picked him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Big mistake. The
Is
salt's
he-
going to
is
be
he an
real.
Overwatch player now? Didn't he discard CS for a while?
No, he tried, I think.
He did,
He
yeah.
tried.
He abandoned us.
Yeah.
Two.
Steel.
The only one that
to
actually made it
Overwatch.
right, it's AZK, right? He still plays
AZK,
Overwatch,
yeah.
professionally.
He does. I think
Yeah.
he's played
Yeah.
for Liquid, I think.
he played, yeah, Liquid.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Because Brax, I think he did for a little bit
Did
on
he dabble?
Overwatch. He
Surprised he didn't.
was.
Yeah.
But then I think he just quickly realized I like Counter-Strike way too much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got a text from my mum saying those socks are an embarrassment.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so mean.
So first she just said I wear a girly watch. And now she says my socks are embarrassing. Coming from... Look who I'm sitting next to.
No, like
He's got little
he's
beer
playing the
glasses on his
sock game.
socks.
Yeah, it's
And you've got
great.
a nice watch.
Come
yeah.
on, you got to...
And mate, this...
He can't afford a better watch. But did he say £8?
It was £8, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
lasted me for about a year and a half, so it's about time for getting
That's
that.
value.
Yeah, that is value.
And it
That's
still tells
value.
the time as good as yours. It even glows in the dark. I've got a little light.
To be honest with you, I don't know what a quid is. But
It's
Yeah.
about...
It's like $10 or something.
I know what a quid is, but I don't know how much that is.
yeah, 10 bucks.
So I was going to ask you, Hayes, is the shirt choice, is that, your coaching strategy? You said you had to keep the team energetic. That's a very
Yes.
energetic shirt.
That's it.
Yes.
He's thought about this.
So before I came here, I was like, man, I need to find a dress shirt that's like optic colors. I need a green one. Okay, and so
Didn't even click until
yeah,
you said that.
yeah.
You didn't think
I
of
feel
it?
like an idiot.
So I went to Dillard's, okay, and I'm looking at their saturated colors, and this is the only green they have, and I'm like,
But I'm trying to think.
A bit limey, isn't
I
it?
hope it, yeah, and I was like,
very
please,
light.
I hope it works.
I'm trying to think of like another like event where you would want to buy a shirt that's that green. Like
Exactly.
maybe like. Nope, I can't
Never.
think of anything. Yeah.
This
Like
is the only time I would wear
I bet they
something
had
like
plenty
this.
of stock. I bet
Oh,
they
they
had plenty
did. There
of
was
stock.
tons. It
I mean,
was-
Well, isn't green also a Christmas color?
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
could be a
but
Well, I
Christmas
don't know
shirt.
about that,
No,
that kind
well,
of green.
this is more
Sure.
like Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Christmas
That's
color.
definitely my Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like for the,
Bunch of beer.
for the Christmas pimps, Like that's the kind of shirt you put on a proper get up. Once a year,
I dig
Christmas
it.
pimp dresses up.
I dig it.
So if they're going into Inferno on this Boomio thing, I want to check in with this one more time, and then we should probably start talking about the veto, because I did see it for like a fraction
Oh, I didn't
of a
see it at
second.
all.
Yeah. So we'll do one more dabble of the booms.
Get Boomio on. They must be done soon.
Actually, you know what? I think it looks like we're actually the Inferno is actually them loading into the server.
Nice.
Okay. So let's do vetoes then. Can we bring up those maps again? Masterful production. You sweet.
So it
human
is a
beings.
best of 5 with
Best of
SK
5, yes.
having one map advantage since they're coming from upper bracket. Inferno, Cash, Train, and Cobblestone.
So Gambit
I
selected
have such a
Inferno
hard
again.
so Cash picked SK.
Yes, Train and Gambit.
I have such a hard
decided.
time seeing the logos.
This
Yeah, me
this
too.
seems pretty good for Gambit. Their cash was pretty questionable. We saw them get tested on that, but with Inferno, we saw them play really well today.
Thankfully, we're not seeing the same maps again like we did yesterday, because then I think I don't think they would have a good time. I mean, Cash is a very given map from SK, I think, in terms of picking it.
I think Inferno and Cash are easily SKs.
Yeah, just
I'd-
that's it.
It's going to be a quick 3-0.
Yeah, yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, we don't even. We literally didn't practice Inferno once coming in a tournament. We got
you
10
what?
rounds on them.
Yeah.
Like that's SK's map for sure, and then Gambit banned it against us. So or Cash, that is. So I mean, they're obviously afraid to play it. So I just don't see how.
You don't even see Train coming up.
I don't see it even getting past those two.
Damn. Quick grand final.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
More
I'm on
time
the
for an
same
after
page.
party.
Yeah.
You feeling the same, Dan?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, the hope for Gambit is like right at the end. I don't think they'll get there though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even despite I had SK winning the final anyway, just the way that they've been playing this event, I think they've been playing extremely well.
Sure.
And I think even if Gambit takes Inferno, I still think it's...
I mean, Gambit didn't really
It's
impress
SK.
on Cash yesterday, to be honest.
No, not at all.
They
I mean,
seemed
Cash
actually
is 100% SK.
Yeah,
All the
that's
way.
the problem, isn't it?
Inferno, maybe they can surprise. I don't think I've seen SK play Inferno, as in myself. I'm sure they have. I just haven't seen them play it, so I wouldn't really
Well, I
be
mean,
able
you
to tell
recently you just got off a game, right? You just said you got 10 rounds on them without practicing.
Yeah.
What did you identify as like your kind of where those rounds were coming from? What was your observations about Gambit's Inferno?
Their B control was really good on their CT side.
Right. They fought for Banana quite a lot, didn't they?
A lot.
Yeah.
That team just likes to fight in general. They love taking battles everywhere on the map. They're really aggressive, and so if you just like do a default and let them do what they want at the start of the round, you'll get rounds late usually. And then I noticed a weakness, which was mid, and
on their CT side.
On their CT side, their mid was a weakness, and
Ooh.
that we attacked it.
I actually have a question for you on that Gambit game on Mirage. Did you guys find out pretty quickly that they, as soon as you got the entry, they never had anyone B? They always had one guy on catwalk.
We never knew that. No.
That's so crazy.
They did one stack 3 times, 3 guys on B, 1 round, and then Rush got the 2 entries. One was right under the winter room and one outside.
I like that Zeus has gone full nades. Not even treating himself to a pistol. He's gone even bought a decoy for more stuff to throw. He's gonna be at the back.
We're live,
lines.
grand finals.
That's
Why
right.
don't you hype it up a little bit?
Do you want me to? Should I cast this
Yeah,
like a little bit
no,
more
I mean you don't have
exciting?
to get, I mean just like the introduction of like we're live.
Okay. Pretend there's like a 13,000 packed stadium.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, SK Gambit, yes indeed, the Brazilians, 2-time back-to-back major champions clashing with the rising stars from the CIS region. It is Gambit Gaming and they start to emerge already. Blood drawn, Adrian taking the head off Taco as he did in Mafia as well. Now Phelps is going to be getting pressure mounted from every direction, nothing he can do, overwhelmed. A little bit of a gang bang and now just fallen left to try and find 4. How's that for a start?
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you.
Not your best work, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's a start.
Yeah, it's definitely a start.
Always room for improvement.
I thought it was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Oh, I still thought
I
it
still
was
think
good.
your voice is designed for this job. If coaching
Yes.
doesn't working out, come join us.
You can be the the god.
Oh,
That
the
does
voice of God.
Yeah, the voice of
The
God.
voice of
Can
God.
you do that?
Yes.
Can you do that for us? Like,
Uh,
can you just say, "Welcome to the stage, SK Gaming"?
Welcome to the stage, SK Gaming.
Oh my
It
God!
works.
I
It
actually
fucking
got.
works.
I got like a tingle.
Yeah, did you?
I got a
Did you?
tingle in my dingle.
That's great.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
really great.
Oh my God. Okay.
See, so if we ever need someone.
Dude, that's actually happening.
Voice of
Honestly,
God.
expect an email in your inbox like,
Yeah.
"Hi, I'm representing PGL.
We're wondering if...
We're wondering if you've got a vacancy." Let's find out.
So we had the force by
3 Kevlar, yeah.
Yeah, from SK. Well, it's not a full force, but obviously the Kevlars and Freiberg was talking about how powerful it can be on Inferno on the CT side, and SK are definitely a team that love to always get the pressure, keep the pressure on their opponents. So nice little peek out from Cold.
Do you agree with Freiberg that this is one of the 2 maps where that second round CT force work makes sense?
Oh,
It's justified.
It's so easy to get an eco around here, especially with SK in particular because they really love CZs, and I think this is a great map for CZs.
I still am not convinced by that CZ. What does it give over the 5-7 other than like genuinely when Cold's tapping with it?
Well, you get the kill faster than with the 5-7 because it fires so quickly.
Okay.
And it allows you to get like those quick multi-frags, whereas 5-7 usually takes them peeking 1 by 1.
Understood. So you can there's a chance of that double kill.
Yeah.
And there's the aforementioned CZ's getting another frag. Cole got 1, Fur did 2. But now that afterplant's going to be very tough cookie to crumble.
It's quite possible for them to maybe or for Taka to get something out of this.
Yeah.
And I guess that's really the best case. Is Fer just going to go and save the Mac 10, or is he going to try to set up a trap somewhere?
Or
Looks
just try and
he's-
catch someone and save it.
Yeah.
They got their AKs, they're happy. Gambit's not sweating yet. Taco is though. 3 players
Go on,
about
give
to
us
run
one.
into him. No, can't do anything. Hobbit's just pocketed another $600. That's 1,800 farmed up with that Mac 10. And now Fur is... I'm trying to work out what's going on here. He's checking his sense, you know?
He's been out of control all morning.
Has he?
He was upstairs yelling at me.
What?
I
Any
don't
particular
know.
reason?
Yeah, he said I was downloading. That's why he was lagging. I don't even have a computer. He's lost his mind.
my
Wait,
God.
who was this?
Fur.
Oh, really?
He's just yelling at me the whole time.
That's great. You're downloading on your phone, okay?
He's lost it.
Zeus is going to be the hype man here. He went through like 6 oranges in that previous game, dude. He was gobbling them up.
I'm surprised I didn't hear Gambit yell once. I don't have a headset on, so I figured I would hear them yell. I never heard them once.
Not a peep. Not a peep.
They didn't respect us.
All right, so we get the info play with the Mag-10 on Banana for Gambit. All is well. All is well for not able to do too much with the Mag-10 just yet, apart from that single kill on Dozier, which I guess is probably all you can really expect from that.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Some bonus cash. I think he even picked up a smoke grenade.
Hobbit is going to make so much money in these 2 rounds. He's got another 2 now. It's just stacking up.
Okay, we're just hearing from Yanko. It would appear that
Yanko pooped on Steel apparently. Just
What's
like
the
a
score?
massive dump.
Did he say
Score
score?
not required.
No, he said he was up by like 20 or something.
Oh, okay.
Still counts.
Nice, well, that's a nice
There
change
you
in the
go.
bank for Yanko. Okay, so 2 Mag-10s
Is
collected
it
now.
was $1 a round? Is that how it worked?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Skrilla.
Skrill.
So they've actually managed to get another Mag-10 going. That's nice. A couple Mag-10s.
They
Definitely not going to be useful at all in the buy round.
Hey, they stayed alive. That's something.
Yeah, it's always nice. I feel like when teams don't just give up frags, you know, when they have, you know, let's say they've got a full save, they just don't give those $300, you know, kill reward or whatever it might be. Yeah, just chill out somewhere.
I want to know where the AWP's going from Fallen, because I was so entranced by what Draken was doing on CT side Inferno with his AWP. I really like the power. Like, there's so many options for that AWP to just go and try and catch like that early frag.
Fallen's one of the
He's
offers in the
chill,
world
though,
you'll
isn't he?
never predict where he's going to be. He is all over the map at all times.
He's a plague.
I feel like Mixwell does a really good job with that as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something we
He's
worked on.
very active, yeah.
Yeah. Like at this tournament, we worked on it. I told him after
Mm.
like day 2 or day 1, I was like, you really need to start moving around more.
Mm. Extremely active, and I think it definitely pays off, right? Because like, you just have to spend. It's gonna be more time you have to spend, and more utility you have to waste as well. Just to make sure you don't end up dying, right? So.
Mixwell's the guy who has all the like right skill sets for that as well. Like he's just so insane.
A complete player, for sure.
Yeah.
A complete player who said he wanted to stop playing the AWP for some reason. Hayes, did you talk to him about
He's
that?
told me every day he hates the op. He told me today he hates the op.
What is he doing?
He hates it.
What's he talking about? He's just so competent.
He's so good with it. Yeah.
Op is so easy.
Is that why?
Is that his problem? It's too easy.
Yeah, he's told me that before in Rank S.
He wants a real challenge.
Yeah, he was like, opping is so easy. I was
Damn.
like, all right.
Damn. Oh,
Gambit
wow.
just wrapping in onto the A site, and you can see SK went incredibly passive here. They realized what was going on, kind of allowed Gambit to take some of those spaces fairly easily. And so far, so good. Although this is where everything, although this is the culmination of it all. Nice tapping from Hobbit. That's a pretty good way to end this one. Just Fallen left. Praised him for the AWP play, but I don't know about this one.
Should be a extremely easy decision to save here.
That's so crazy that was like 5 seconds ago. That was looking like an SK round open and shut case, and then
Yeah.
Hobbit happened.
They played that really well, Gambit. I mean, they had the smoke sound, but they didn't rush it. They just kind of waited, and they were like, y'all are going to peek into us and make the mistake, and then they just popped their heads. It was
But
really
that,
patient play.
It was that paranoia as well. Whoever was on site, I think it was Fur. He was so convinced someone was coming from quad, so
Yeah.
convinced, and it's just because of that absence, because there was no presence there, he starts checking, starts looking towards library, and that is when you strike. Strike while the iron is hot, is what they say. And it will be a saved AWP for Fallen. Now, do you buy around it?
I think the equivalent saying in Serbia is if the donkey's stuck in the mud.
That is the Serbian saying.
Yeah.
Seize it.
Seize the day.
And CZ for cold. Not my best friend.
Just catches that. That's horrible.
Yeah,
That's
no,
really bad.
Not proud of that one. Sorry about that. Oh well, it's over now.
So where's the AWP going here for Fallen? Because there is actually quite a bit to work with
You can jump
from
on that
SK's
wall.
perspective. They got all the pistols. They started off with 3 smoke grenades, I think, so you can see one being used at top of Banana there. The rest of the team, more or less... oh, sorry, that is a stack. Yeah, of course, boosted over the smoke. So we do have Fallen, I think, being left towards Banana, slowly pushing it. The rest of the team stacking towards that A site as the push comes in. Some kills actually here for SK, so Gambit needs to be careful, and especially with Fallen coming in now. If he has players to play off of with that give him that window of opportunity with some distraction perhaps, maybe there is really a solid chance for SK. And you can see Gambit respecting that, not planting the bomb immediately, trying to set up positions. And there it is, it goes down. SK have a smoke as well.
So Fur and Coldzera's job here is just to try and put Fallen in as good a situation as possible, and that boost is a prime example of that. Unfortunately for them, not a single kit present, and Fallen's going to miss the first shot. This is where decisions have to be made so quickly. Hearts beating faster and faster, and Zeus indeed is going to be a part of that. Gets tagged down, and that, my friends, is another save Dorp. He's going to retreat now and get the hell out of dodge, but it's tough. It is so, so tough. They're trying to give Fallen as many chances to try and get back into that round, but time is a factor, and oh no.
Oh, there it is.
That's scary. Peekaboo from Hobbit.
Rip the AWP. At least there's money for another. Phelps will grab that one.
I think Phelps might keep it.
Let's see his spawn. Maybe he's got
because he has been kind of They do dabble in a double AWP, don't they? Putting Phelps on it as well.
Ooh, there it is. It's interesting the amount of teams going to the double AWP on Inferno CT recently.
Well, as identified by who was it? Who I was talking to? I think it may very well have been Fallen and Taka when we were talking to them, saying that the double AWP is good for 1, if not 2 rounds, and then they can just play around it.
I think it was Freiburg, maybe.
It was Freiburg. Okay, yeah. Too many players, too many fantastic CS brains.
We had loads of insight from Freiburg when he was on here. It was amazing.
Yeah.
He's not that smart, is he? Just gives away his whole playbook. It's like, yeah, I like to do this, you know. It's like, great, thanks so much.
That's why Haste is like biting his tongue. He's like, what? Oh, I can't talk about that.
I think it's strange that Phelps, of all people, is the double opper.
Yeah, what would you give it to Cold?
Cold.
Yeah, Cold is really good.
I mean, come on.
It's Cold.
He has a graffiti after him.
He does, and it's an AWP.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's because of positions. I'm assuming Fallen's at B right now.
I think didn't he Fallen do like an interview recently where they were talking about that, like the op usage. Obviously, Fallen is the main opper, but I think that it was more about like making Phelps a little bit more comfortable, because I think that he wasn't primary, right? But he was also secondary.
From what I understand, is actually like they're no longer giving Phelps the freedom they did when he first joined the team. But I feel like, you know, an alternative to that is like you don't have as much freedom with your rifle, but you can take the AWP occasionally, and that's, I think, the kind of compromise they reached. Oh, straight through the smoke, greeted by the barrel.
Savage.
Tags him up with the AK as well. You can hear grunts of enjoyment from Hazed as he watches them pick that one up. And now, 28 seconds, it's going to be fair timing him perfectly as he goes to retrieve those explosives. And that's the first on the board for the Brazilians. Now they can start to push and pressure that Gambit and money. It's going to take a while, though.
Great time smoke from SK there. Even though like the smoke doesn't cover the whole entrance anymore, right? You can keep on
this one?
the corners.
No.
No, not that one. When you actually go in, that SK smoke there, right outside.
I think it covers everything.
Does it?
I think so. There might be a tiny gap on the left side when you're as the terraces are coming in, but it's you have to basically jump on the ledge to see anything.
I see. Have you played this map at all, Haste, in terms of like, or have you seen it when you guys have been practicing it? Or you said you haven't been practicing it. Actually.
Well,
I feel like B bomb study is so hard nowadays as a CT.
Yeah, it is. It's
so
actually
wide.
hard.
Yeah.
They just rotated an extra player away very early on, just leaving Fallen alone in the at the top of Banana just to hold the position by himself. Interesting decision. I'm not sure that they had necessarily a lot of information to make that call. But we'll see if that's just maybe an interpretation to how Gambit wants to generally play. Because it seems to be the good read so far, because Gambit are pushing for top mid at the very least, but the bomb is starting to make its way towards Banana, so it's all about how much damage the setup can do. I think they're going to push into it. See, he's looking to get this distraction running in there. Keep rotation away from B. It's just falling towards B at the moment. The nades are going to start to sell in soon. Gambit have a pretty tight timing window here, but Fallen will pick him off before they can start to make the move. That is a very strong way to defend from SK.
Fallen's movement as well is so sly. You can see like that little strafe as well, just to try and kind of slow them down and fake it out. Draw another shot. And he's going to get boosted over the smoke, I presume. No, the smoke is going to clear, and instead it will be further goes up. That's the end of that one. One each for the Fs. And that's going to be the second then for SK. That should be Gambit then down to pistols, unless someone wants to be a donor. So you're just going to throw some Tech 9s at people, maybe?
So where did that go the most wrong for you guys, like as far as Gambit's concerned? Because that was like a fairly standard, okay, take top mids, keep the pressure, keep the rotation away from, BB, double back for B.
Problem there was that SK was playing very aggressive in mid, so when Fur was doing that little fake, that was called pretty quickly since since Zeus went down so early. And then after that, Fallen getting the initial pick there.
Yeah, Fallen's aggressive angle shut that down.
I mean, the only thing you need to do there if you're Fallen, you take the initial peek, you get the info, and then you just fall back, right? Just wait for your team.
Long range Tech 9. This weapon is a mystery to me.
Yeah. I do like that SK were a little bit aggressive though, to try to catch something early on in the round, because the biggest advantage that they really have with the Tech 9s is the numbers.
Right.
Like the numbers plus the mobility. Like that's really where the strength is, I guess. So they don't have to worry about some of the numbers anymore.
Yeah, concedes an M4, but it's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. And it does seem like, you mentioned numbers, they are going to have to just kind of do some sort of collaborated push. They still have the nades. Zeus did invest into this round.
I like that actually SK are putting 3 players towards A. I feel like a lot of T-sided teams, when the CTs are down to 4 players, will kind of assume that they're playing 2 on a site, and then that means that it's easier to isolate the players on A, whereas the players on B, if they are stacking B as 2, then it's you're going to run into a setup it's much more likely.
Here we go, Cold. Your test, 3 Ts, charging into your location. Do they check your corners? It looks like Nubox will be mollied out. Is somebody been given the responsibility of Dark? Is he going to let them...
This is really smart by Cold. That's maximum delay from Cold.
Restraint, didn't choose to peek out for any info, and now he's going to get caught out. Oh no, that's an AWP. Nice work from Adrian. Phelps is there to trade though, and so nothing more will come of that. But bomb ticking. Just Taco with the kit. Zeus has Banana locked down, but that's not going to be a problem at this point in time. Phelps now has completely won the round for him. Whoa! Quick control. There is a gap in the smoke there. We were talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? Nothing really Zeus can do.
I mean, what is his option here? Just somehow find 2 heads with 2 bullets. No, not going to happen. That's the end of the round. 1 quick kill from Phelps. Nice switch up from the AWP to the M4 as well to kind of guarantee success. 3 in a row.
Yeah, since they didn't have a smoke in CT spawn, they could only jump over with the bomb, take that gamble, so they couldn't really afford to clear the site. Hence why Cold were alive for so long.
So that's 3 rounds in a row, Hazed, that we've seen SK pick this one up. Is this just a question of, necessarily losing to SK's individual aim, or is this just them having a good read on Gambit?
I mean, in this situation, I actually think they're kind of just getting aimed, and they're not really changing the tempo that well, which I think they're kind of getting into a groove, and SK's figured it out.
Right.
And so they kind of know what to do at this point, and they're just hitting their shots. That's a good way to start.
That's gotta hurt. Take note, kids.
Did they ever reply? Didn't we ask that question yesterday if the apartments here on Inferno does the same amount of damage as the old one? It feels like it does more.
I think it does more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does more. I haven't tested it myself, but
it does feel. It certainly feels that way.
It feels like more.
Yeah.
This is really smart. Like Gambit read the deep smoke there. That was like, the whole point of it was to basically have just 1 player on the B side of the map, and they just push straight through. This is really smart by them. And now Fallen has to try to defend by himself. So they just read the play there really well.
Well, because of Phelps' death early?
Because there was enough of a delay, and there was 4 players left for SK. SK didn't want to go aggressive, and there was a deep banana smoke. And I think I don't know, you can comment probably much more accurately than me, Haste, on this. But if you see that deep banana smoke, and there's 4 players left, one of which is an AWPer that's been playing B, probably more likely that they're going to stack 3 towards A.
Yeah, 99% of the time that's what happens. You'll catch teams that are doing tricky stuff while they'll have 1 close and an AWPer car, and that because you're like mind gaming them. They see that deep smoke and 4 people out of you, just assume there's 3A, and you can usually win a round off that. But sometimes teams don't even go there. So, but they made the right read there. That was a good play.
Real solid stuff. Gambit finally find the rebuttal after what was a string of Brazilian rounds.
How many rounds do you think they need here, Haste?
Gambit or SK?
Either.
I
think SK, they can come back from anything, so I don't think the rounds matter.
There you go.
Good answer.
I'm gonna be honest.
I can't believe you took that question seriously.
Yeah, I know.
You took that question seriously.
No, he's only done it a few times. Yeah. This was Alex's go-to catchphrase when he started casting.
Really?
Yeah. So how many rounds do you think they need here, Roy?
Well.
It's
all of them.
All of them.
All of them. 16, I think, is the number they're aiming for.
It is interesting though to me. Like, do you guys like the whole meta on Banana? Like Inferno, because Inferno's, we had it for ages. The meta developed in a bunch of different ways. Obviously, Banana has its own specific meta, and that was always interesting how that was changing. But since we've had the new Inferno back, we see less deep Banana takes from the CTs. Generally speaking, like we see less of that deep smoke.
Because you can't smoke it anymore, right? From CT spawn.
You can.
You can?
Yeah, I know one actually. Yeah.
So they only block it from CT spawn to B.
It's not like directly in CT spawn, but it's not in B either. So it's like the in between point, But
how long would it technically take you to run over there and throw the smoke? Like how much time would you lose? Because the whole point of the CT smoke in the beginning was that as soon as you as CT ran out from Banana or out to Banana, the smoke just popped. Like it was insane timing, right?
Yeah, the timing is much harder here. Like the way you combat it with the smoke that I know at least is most CTs do like a molly execute on Banana. And then by the time the mollies are gone, the smoke has landed. So then you have Banana control. But anyway.
Quick push into the B-bomber sites and a very fast entry here. Cold though with the spray, making life a little bit scary for just a moment, but it will be neutralized. And we get a very nice advantage for Gambit. Player, the bomb sites, all the positioning they could ask for. There is no player possibly able to go towards Banana just yet for SK Gaming. It would be an incredibly long rotation, so it's going to be hard for them to even split up the defense. Taco has it at UMP. Not ideal.
It's so scary coming around this corner because you can't check both at the same time.
Yeah.
It has to be a double peek.
Ooh, that's a good start.
That's the nade they were looking for. Eyes
It
straight
worked
into the orb, and Adren and Phelps then are going to be exchanging and trading for either side. Dink as well. Hang on, this is possible. Phelps! It's going to pick it up for SK.
What?
That was an impossible situation, and it does look like it's going to come up trump for SK. Wow.
Amazing.
I need to kind of see that entire round in
So what are you saying
slow motion.
about Phelps on the op?
I'm baffled. That's incredible. Let's see that again in the replay. Wow, so that was a easy Gambit take. They walk into the site and get that first frag. Fallen just forced to watch as this clutch comes in. And then just watch how quickly this kind of unfolds. Phelps catching Mo and has enough time to kind of readjust. And
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That feeling. It's like you need to sneeze. You just can't quite work it out.
I would like to see a tempo change from Gambit.
You want something quick?
Yeah. They've been hitting bomb sites are roughly around the same time every single round. And I feel like that's just so telegraphed. I think they need to change the tempo a little bit.
This could be what you were looking for. One quick frag and immediately, nope, they're going to hit the brakes, you would assume, but what they say about assuming makes an ass out of you and me, and Mo is going to be doing an absolute fantastic work and getting a little bit of aggression towards Banana. Now Zadran strolling up as well. Fur's got flashes from his teammates and he's so restrained. A laser beam coming out from his M4. And another team flash. They just keep coming out. His teammates are keeping him safe and sound on sight. Superb. Spectacular. Other S words.
Oh, I was wondering if he would get the one tap there. So, Gambit, 6 rounds, SK 5. SK being stopped in their tracks somewhat, it would seem, but can they regain that momentum? We have the AWP out onto Phelps immediately, and after that clutch, I'm pretty confident in his abilities.
It does feel odd when you know you've got Fallen COD Zero on a team and giving it to someone else, but
I have to say, by the way, the UMP buy, or the UMP meta, it really makes CT side so much easier on this map, to be honest. So much easier.
On every single map.
oh, that's an MP9 shredding through. Okay,
Like,
Fur.
look
They
how
have
stupid
helmets,
this
Fur. They have helmets. Respect that. He doesn't care.
That is just
It's
classic
a disgrace.
Fur. Classic Fur.
Game is a
Disgrace.
disgrace.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's just paid for his weapon and then some with the flurry of frags. And there's more in his back pocket. He could now have bought 2 MP9s.
Oh, what do you say about that one?
I think it's stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel, Robin.
I don't know. I don't think that's safe behavior for the stream, even
Let's
though
watch that
they
again.
pretty
Okay, so
lenient.
Hobbit had a
they
helmet.
can't even see it because
Adrian
of
had a
the-
helmet.
No, it's just
Zeus
look.
had a helmet. Okay.
I mean, they literally just won the half. It's not even going to be close now
Because of that.
because of that one round. They have money if they
For the
lose,
rest.
there's no problem. They're gonna buy.
Poor Gambit.
Let that silence sink in. Smoke will come out. And now Fer has abandoned being altogether and is likely going to be able to catch them in middle. He's been everywhere, in fairness. He's mowed them down from apps. He's mowed them down from B. He's going to, this time, be well and truly waiting for them on this CT Arch side. And goodbye, Adrian. Nice to know you. Gambit. Oh, Fallen. Were you doing what I think you were doing there? Trying to bait the corner and just get ravaged by a Tech 9.
Well, they'll try to go back to B, but I don't know if they will be allowed to do so. That dink is kind of annoying, though, for Mr. Fer, but it should be fine. The question is whether they know that Hobbit can be in that position. I assume that they would, considering that Fallen died at B, so they should be checking everything. And the bomb won't even make it there, it seems. Oh, it's close.
Zeus knows he's low, though. He just has to go crazy, and that's going to up.
He's gonna die now though. Oh,
He goes straight to B.
never mind. First also low.
Oh, he could actually get himself there.
This is actually becoming a bit
Stop.
weird.
This is feeling a little bit doable.
It is feeling doable, yes. If only they had a smoke. If only.
A molly and use the smoke from a Molotov to peek over it? Or just peek straight into it?
Yeah, that's
tough. Okay, Hobbit. Unfortunately, time is pressing.
This is a weird round. This it's all over. 7-6.
You feeling okay? You feel a bit discombobulated there, Dan.
Yeah, it's just a really weird round.
You got flashbang IRL by a round. Okay. Double ops are back. And Hayes suggesting that the money will not be a problem for SK to finish off this half, all because of the magic of Fer on that SMG.
Well, now that they double op, it could be.
Yeah.
So that kind of shut me up.
Well, it'll be even to lose this one. 3 M4s at least.
Yeah, at least 3 M4s. I'll get like at 3 M4s and 2 umps, which is basically 5
Still a
M4s.
buy.
Yeah.
Alright, so some apartments control from Gambit.
Adred loves this angle. It's like his default.
It's pretty nice. It's a sexy angle.
It's pretty cool. No one's gonna pre-aim that. Or at least I don't think they would.
Are they just gonna run a set piece on A? Just smokes over the top and go?
I don't see that all too often on the Inferno.
SK's taking so many gambles on that B bomb site. Like
Yeah.
even playing defensive B here now, still have one guy rotating over. 4 at A right now.
This is the first time in a while, if I'm not mistaken, that they're actually not playing on mid.
Yeah, look at them, they're all playing on site. There they go. Oh, a trade from the Flames. From beyond the grave, Hobbit strikes. And now Phelps, look at this close quarters off. If only he had a rifle, because he's going to be caught with his eyes down that scope.
That's a great A smoke round. Just complete the lock, remove the sight.
And the double AWP, right? I mean,
Yeah.
double AWPs
And
can't do
moto
much
and
about that.
everything, and just clear pit first. The only place you can get shot from is balcony, basically.
I think balcony was smoked.
Even there?
I think it was smoked.
Really? That's
I'm
insane.
pretty sure.
That's insane. That's a good
Dosia
round.
through, I think, underhand.
Yeah.
So, like after seeing a round like that, obviously it's not really any rounds, well, that many rounds left in this half. But after seeing a round like that, and if you're SK, are you thinking, okay, we can't actually just play passively on the bomb site when there's a set piece like that coming in? We have to take forward fights around arch, around quads.
I mean, forward fights would help, but you can play passively and still win that kind of a round. It's just, I think, honestly, Phelps' positioning kind of lost him that round. He's playing close graveyard wall in front of a smoke with an op, but it's not like an ideal position to be. So I think if they had just better positioning, they still could have held it. But I think being aggressive is also very good, because especially with an opper, you can get the entry and then run back to site, and then you're immediately up numbers.
Right.
So, and they saved all their nades. I'm assuming that's why they did, and because they didn't play on mid, you don't need to use your nades. So I feel like with that utility, there's no reason they should have lost the bomb site, but they did.
You can't explain it, perhaps they can't. And they have one more round just to see if Gambit want to replicate that. I'm intrigued to know how SK responded to this. So this is the aggression you were asking for, Dan. Taking a bit of an early fight. He knows someone's coming and chooses to back away, not willing to try and pull the trigger before doing so.
Yeah, you can get so many sneaky angles with an AWP when you play more forward, and you can fall back to another angle and another angle. It's definitely a lot of value to that. a different approach from SK. They are very passive this round, but they're not doing that thing where they just leave Fallen by himself on B. And well, there you go. Quick pick off from Fallen.
Brave from Dosia as well. Vigilant against that AWP, just continues to spray through the wall. Bomb's on its way towards B.
So now I wonder if SK gamble on B, because last time they had the same situation in a 4 versus 4, Gambit went B.
Hobbit.
And they're just holding their position. And there it is. Nice by Fur, playing over the smoke. Oh, such a dirty position to play off of. That is so difficult to deal with for Gambit. And now the bomb is down. Mo has to try to entry with the AWP. There's crossfires, potentially, as far as they're aware.
What's so crazy to me about that boost position is that to actively peek it from where Hobbit was coming from, you have to show your back to New Box. So it's almost a 50-50, right? You have to guess they're on New Box or guess they're on boost. Or if you're really unlucky, they're both. So you almost have to have like a flashbang into that site. You can't just walk in like Hobbit did there.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
A lot of teams have figured out a molly for a new box actually.
So they throw that from banana before and
yeah.
then just cut straight out on the boost.
I think it's on the sandbag maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know it personally, but you can get rid of the 50-50 if you know the molly. And then some teams in NA when we were scrimming would actually like triple nade the boost like
wow.
before coming in. And
That's pretty smart.
So this goes, so basically you throw the nades and immediately pre-aim pool in oranges.
yeah, you just ignore spawn at that
Smart.
point.
That's
Yeah.
quite nice. You just you basically can't try and challenge both at the same time with guns.
I'm surprised you don't see that. I don't think we've seen that the nading at all actually, which is very surprising because that boost is used like every other round when they going to be.
So 8-7. Is this the scoreline you guys expected from SK on their CT side?
I don't know what I expected then.
Because obviously this is a pretty good shout for Gambit. You know, getting 7 rounds on the board.
Into CT, yeah,
Getting into the CT side now.
Except I don't know. There's still part of me that sees this going like spiraling out of control for Gambit now. SK, they've got such they've started to find that cohesion that would made them the world's best team. They're starting to find some of that now. The departure of FNX did indeed hamstring them in that progress, and well, Mo's going to do that in the round as well. Cold gone.
Alright, so looking to burst onto that A-bomb side of his team, and that's a great connection. A couple connections from Fallen, evening up the numbers. Adren obviously dinked earlier in the round, feels bad. And now Gambit's taking positions on the side, just waiting, not wanting to go forwards and risk losing another man before the hit on the site occurs.
They're walking straight into the CT numbers at this point. Unless they want to go arch, they could walk arch.
I think that's the play. I mean, if I'm falling in this situation, I'm saying go.
Oh Lord!
All right then.
Can't account for that.
You can't plan for
Hey,
that.
you told him to say go.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeus. We'll get to see that one back, I'm sure, but Hobbit on to Phelps 3. Out of nowhere, just times them perfectly as they just probably have that conversation we were having on the desk.
That's
Arch,
a perfect
Arch
example
sounds
of
good.
making the right call, and then they made a better play. Like,
Right.
there's nothing you can do about that. I think the call was right.
The call was the approved play. Fallen was just doing great work with a Glock at that kind of mid-range. But then look at this. It's like, hi guys, I'm
Oh
not
my
scared.
More pops than a 3-year-old with bubble wrap.
All right, Bardolph. Okay, one flashbang. And these takedowns are going fast, and Hobbit's going to be really, really hoping that Adrian can pick up the pieces he can't. And therefore, the problems are starting to arise. There is still a hope and a prayer from Zeus from behind, and now he goes down
Bombs
as well.
down.
This is chaos.
They don't have
This
to.
is like
Oh,
a
they don't
round
know.
of gun game or
What
something.
is this? This feels like deathmatch. And now finally things slow down. Hey guys, still a minute 20 on the clock, and there's 3 players left. Sometimes teams haven't left spawn in that time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about some of the decision making in a moment. As Mo is about to get himself down. Oh, that's a very, very nice last second connection there.
It's a
Saves
one-hit
him.
kill as well.
And one shot off the scout, and he can take down Fallen.
1 HP clutch. And an important round at that. They've picked up the pistol because of Zeus's incredible individual prowess, and now it's going to be Mo who has to do the same to try and keep this.
No way. In through the crawl space. Is he going to catch him? Oh my god.
What a play.
Amazing stuff from
That's
Mo.
insane.
What a crazy round though. I mean, obviously
gamed.
it's cool to see Gambit go aggressive on the, just against the Tech 9s like that, but do you guys have any thoughts on how it was handled? Because maybe in Banana they could have played a bit more passively at one point.
What do you make of that, Hazed?
I think a lot of
whole
teams
round.
end up doing that because it's going to catch them off guard. No one pushes mid against Tech 9s. That's what you're thinking as a player, and then they do it. But the problem, I think, is sending M4s down mid. You should have umps if you're going to do that.
Right.
You need SMGs so that moving accuracy, you can just be harder to hit. I think M4 is going down mid's a mistake.
Zeus's face is so animated. I love it. You could actually, just by watching that replay, you could see exactly what he was watching.
Yeah.
Mo finds Fallen, and Mo kills Fallen. A restrained spray from Andrew, that's already done damage to Fallen.
So I wonder if we'll see those deep banana smokes on the gun rounds from Gambit. They're doing it against Glocks here. Interestingly. Well, I guess this is just a formality, just nothing really happening.
Yeah, we'll just get this round over and done with.
Oh, dear. Making some bank.
Hexagod with a stab. MP9, Hobbit giving Fur an example of how to use it as well. He's going to keep it to this round.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, take those helmets off again. Dun, 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 dun.
Did Gambit win both pistols? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
10-8 with both pistols. Oops. Slight misflash.
So we could see maybe SK bringing the pace up a little bit, perhaps here. We've got a fast play up Banana by Phelps, getting really close. Flash coming in. A lot of players here for Gambit trying to go for those trades, perhaps expecting SK to have more bodies up there initially early in the round. And this is the aggressive take, that I was wondering about. It's just CTs all over the map.
They are everywhere. You weren't lying when you said they take fights, Hayes. This is nuts. They're just everywhere.
It's their style. They don't care if they're up numbers.
Yeah.
It means nothing to them.
No, not at all. I don't agree with Dosha's push there.
Yeah,
First through the smoke, and he has 2 angles to cover.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh man, it's all on Zeus. You'd have to be very quick on fire. Well, that's what I was talking about. That was a quick headshot. 1 bullet is all he needed. He's still got 33 to play with. Flash delays him. They do not have a kit. Have to be quicker, and yeah, Cold's going to pretty much win the round for SK. That's the end of that one, and SK do bite back. That aggression from the Gambit boys, is that just them? That's their playstyle, or is that them getting a kind of burst of confidence? Or
That's how they play, dude.
That's how they play. Let's see it again. I mean, we'll get to see.
There's a reason why it's called Rush B. Alright.
Rush B no stop.
Yeah, let's look up. Yeah.
Wow, that was really well controlled.
Zeus is just
Zeus is making gifs every round.
His reactions are
He's
just
given us
gold.
a new Twitter gif every single round.
But I understand where he's coming from, because he held Graveyard for so long, and then he looked away and he peeked and died.
Yeah.
He was even debating on Molotov in the same spot.
I like it when you can see a player's thought process in their gameplay. That's fun. I like that a lot. You don't always get it.
I want to have an event where you attach heart monitors on players.
There's actually been events like that. In the ESWC 2003 they did that, actually.
Yeah. On
Did
Impact.
the Meisterschaft or something else like that?
Yeah, it was a
HP
German
by Omen
event.
or something? Yeah. Oof. Okay, Gambit. They're battered and bruised, but they haven't lost a player yet. And just 3 Brazilians remain to try and find their double digits. They want that 10th, keep things level, keep Gambit honest, and not let that money get too intimidating.
I like this setup from Gambit. It's quite a cool way to do it because the pit position is so strong. You can just stack 2 players. They just leave Archer and CT open. If you have the 3 players on the right angles on that B, it's quite a nice setup. Not too common as well. Nice position. Boosts up on first oranges, and there's the peek from Zeus. The 1-2 punch. Great little bit of team play. And Gambit closed down their advantage.
Well structured. The only what was the primary flaw in that? Why does that not get used all the time? 3 stacked up on B, 2 deep in pit. I guess the fear is that they could just walk Arch and provide some pressure on B from there. I mean,
yeah, I think
pretty
that's
good.
probably the main issue. And I also think the position they were playing, the boosted position, where the entry, I think Hobbit got the entry. No one ever checks that, and I don't know why. You can play there 15 rounds in a row, and you'll always get the entry. I feel like that's the strongest spot in B, other than being boosted in spawn.
Okay.
So personally, I don't think you need 2B, but especially when you're up numbers, or more than 2B rather. But hey, I like their setup was good. It worked.
Absolutely, it did. Mo's giving them an opportunity to try and find their way back in, but repetition does seem to be rewarded as they continue to try and beat an AWP with pistols.
Like fish in a barrel. I wonder where that saying comes from. Because who would shoot fish that are in a barrel?
I think the idea is that it's incredibly easy to kill a fish
Okay.
if you're if they're in a barrel, buddy.
All right, all right.
That's such a horrible way to say that. I'm so sorry. That was so patronizing. Why was that?
'Cause you
Like, that was so venomous. Why was
It
that
really
being such a
was.
dick?
Because you never know with this kind of stuff, right? Sometimes like
It's
they
probably
say
like
come
got a
up-
real reason. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like actually it came from something that happened.
I'll do some research.
Nice, nice.
Where does
Because we got you know the coconut shy story about
Yeah.
placement of cigar.
fish in a barrel come from?
Because it's incredibly easy to shoot fish in barrels. That's very first
It
result.
says, say this patronizingly, and then there's a quote. No. Someone already say that yes in blah, 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 blah. It means, yeah, I know what it means, origin. Prior to the modern days of refrigeration, fish were packed and stored in large barrels. The barrels were packed into the rim full of fish. As such, any shot that entered the barrel would be guaranteed to hit at least one of them.
There you go.
Thank you for joining Idiom
There you go.
Explanation channel.
We learners.
We're here. We're here to educate. You're not just here for Counter-Strike. You know, if your mum says you don't feel like you're learning anything in front of that screen, you can tell her you learned something new today.
Yeah.
We're like a QI.
Yeah.
The panel QI.
Why that fun fact, you know? Give us a fun fact, James. What have you got for us?
Oh no, crap.
Yeah, you do.
I know Counter-Strike. That's it.
No, that's not true.
That's my life.
What's
Give us a fun story then
a fun fact?
from Counter Strike.
I hate when people ask me that. I just go blank
You
immediately.
just don't want to
The
say it.
ones that come to mind, I can't talk about.
Really?
Yes.
You know?
That's
I've
how
I mean,
always
you can blur like name. You don't have to mention any names.
It becomes very obvious.
Dan has a great story of him and James in a hotel room.
Well, I don't think I can tell that either. But that makes it sound really weird. But it's not.
I know I set you up for failure there.
You
Dan.
did. That's such a Robin
that
plan.
was great.
I have to respect
Thank
that.
you
That's
so
privilege.
much.
Well
Thank you
played,
so
well
much.
played.
There's no way out.
Yeah,
There's no way out.
It's damned if
Like
you
that?
do, damned if you don't. Thanks, Robin. What's going on? It's a commotion. It's a ruckus.
Swag, you want to sit down?
Yeah, come hang out.
Maybe next map.
Yeah, we might get swag on the desk next map.
Yeah.
On the desk.
We'll rope him in. It's not a desk, okay? It's. You're right.
The legend himself.
If you guys want Swag to come on the couch, be sure to spam
Tweet him. Tweet
Yeah,
him.
tweet
every
at
Damn
him.
day.
it.
and tell them that you require it.
Put Kappas in the chat.
I'm gonna drink a full fat monster. YOLO.
Oh, which one's that one?
It is tea and pink lemonade.
Oh, I think I've had that one.
Wish me luck.
I think that's my favorite one, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
But that one is not. That one has sugar. Right?
Yeah, I know. Of the that's the other one that I like, the one with no sugar. Right, so 39, Gambit actually doing a pretty great job so far, racking up the rounds. Of course, he did win 2 of the pistols, but generally speaking, I think a lot of the chaos that Gambit do bring to some of the rounds is a little bit difficult to deal with, generally speaking, and it's certainly been rewarding them. Now we can see a round where SK has very limited utility. It's going to really make things quite difficult for them to play some of the longer rounds, and you wouldn't expect them to really go for picks as well, all too heavily here. I think they want to get their money's worth out of this utility, limited as it may be. And they are starting to gather up towards top of middle. Some nades being thrown over the top here to breach the first point. Nice flick coming in from Mo.
Okay.
Catches Phelps. We get immediate trades, so fast pace here from SK. This play has to work because they can't be a plan B now that they've got no utility left. In on the A sites. Nice drop down from the back. Taco. Now in the money spot on pits. I think Freiburg again spoke of the headshot angle there, how hard it is in a spot like this to deal with as the CT's on the retake.
It is brutal. Let's see. Taco. Primary responsibility is just keeping them off Fallen, but they've got through, and Taco, there you go. Mission accomplished. Fallen can hide and relax as Cross is covered by that of Taco. No nades, no hope. Hobbit stuck between a Fallen and a Taco.
mind games, trying to bait him out, but they will not fall for it. Too smart, too experienced, and SK with a well, that's a great round from them. Again, they had a very clear plan. It just had to work. Just getting nades in, get in there.
Adren managed to
Wow,
keep
that
that
was
really level. Yeah,
that
quick.
was beautiful.
I love how quick. I love that Gambit are in a position now. A team that we would kind of, we were almost using them as an example when we talked about why the major system was flawed. We were talking about, oh, let's see, look, Gambit have got an invite. That was kind of one of our examples we used as to why it was flawed. And now they're sitting here, regular top 4 finishes at these offline events. And this is an example. They're in the grand final. They are 3 rounds away from taking a map off of 2-time world champions SK. They really have grown and developed, and it's very, very enjoyable just to see
Ever
where
since
where they're at.
Zeus arrival.
Zeus, yeah. Well, power of leadership, ladies and gentlemen.
And Hobbit. I mean,
Yeah. We were talking about that actually because I think this is
His last event.
he wasn't supposed to come to this one, but his little not trial even, but they lent him for one more event.
Who's he being lent from?
Yeah, it's a
Great question.
Yeah, someone asked me that. Let me find out.
Go on, do the research, because
Yeah.
it's a much smaller team than that of Gambit.
Yeah, oh, it is.
Hobbit will not be playing against SK anytime soon if he doesn't stick with this team, which is kind of sad, Waste. Don't want to see that talent go to waste.
That would be so
Oh,
weird.
he's on loan from Tengri.
Tengri.
I think I've heard of them.
Oh, Tengri, yeah.
I know them. I know of them. They definitely probably wouldn't be in a grand final like this. I just said definitely, probably. That's
You
that's
bloody caster, you.
Yeah, that's a caster.
Yeah, maybe I
curse.
can. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't heard about any of these players.
Fallen tried his very best to get some info. Banana Biggie got more than he bargained for. Mo. First he was on CT Arch, now he's down Banana. The dynamic AWP strikes again, and already now the T's have to operate with the disadvantage, and it's extended that by that of Dosia. Did Mo land on that wall? So make sure he got that strafe. Maybe. Looks like he did.
Yeah, what a great position for Gambit to be in here. Obviously, SK got to get something going, got to take some risks. Brilliant position there behind the pillar and quad. Reface for the next 1v1. Almost wins it, to be honest, as well. 6 HP on cold. And nice timing from Hobbit. They were playing deep on Banana. As soon as the aggression came in mid, the rotation was there.
They're playing very fundamentally sound Counter-Strike. I know that we joke about their CT aggression and how they don't really care for the numbers, but when it does come to like a 4v4s or 3v3s, they do seem to have very solid communication.
And that's like so powerful to have that deep Banana control at the end of a round like that when SK basically already down a man or two. It's like if you go A, then that flank is just going to hit you. But can you clean out Banana? You have to risk that. Do you have the nades for it? Even if you do, there's a lot of warning for the CTs. It's a very strong position.
When you're playing against Gambit, it doesn't feel like they have very designed setups and structured gameplay. But when you're watching them, you see it.
Right.
And so, it's a lot different sitting here watching them. And I'm respecting that their map-wide setups are clearly practiced. But when I'm in the server,
It feels really random.
I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah, you just call them stupid and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels strange.
Just rushing everywhere.
Yeah.
These guys are idiots. How are they in the grand final? Oh, wait. Oh, yep. Oh, there it is. That's why. Dosia and Zeus just going to be shutting this down. This is looking like an open and shut case. SK, what can you possibly do? Well, that's a start. Cold.
It's called a Tech 9, Alex.
Best $500 they've ever spent.
Well, this is a good position for... Never mind. I was going to say Phelps, but good position for Phelps, but no, he's dead. Dead now, of course.
I was getting so hyped. Dan was well into it.
That was timing 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was great.
15-10 Gambit, 1 round away. I mean, we pegged this to be SK's map, and we also, I think, were pretty unanimous on the fact that we think that the next map, Cash, is going to be a really big problem for Gambit. And they're doing pretty well here against SK. I mean, they've thrown them off, I think, in quite a few rounds. With their again, they have a unique style. They really do, I think. I don't know that I can think of any team that plays quite like them.
Let's have a little looky-loo. There's almost no way SK are going to get this without a hero play from one of the 4 remaining. Will it be Fallen with the Tech 9? Will it be Cole bursting through with the UMP? Or will this simply be Gambit map 1 nade? Makes it even more likely. Now Zeus, he's been here time and time again. Quad is where he lives, and that's 3. One more to get a quad from quad. Deco is going to be feeding himself to the jaws of Dosia, and that, my friends, is Gambit leveling out to the grand final stage. It is now 1-1 in maps.
Ooh.
Woo.
We got a final.
We got a final, folks. Cash next.
Yeah. Guarantees at least goes to train. Very interesting.
What do you make of that? James Cobb? James Cobb. That's what I'm going to call you now.
I mean, obviously, I didn't see Gambit winning this. I didn't see him getting close. And Fur actually told me before he went into the room to set up. He said first map will be 16 for them.
Really?
Yeah. He was quite wrong.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pooh.
Was that a question? Was that the quote from the PSA?
It is. It is. Hayes hasn't seen it, I think. Maybe we have to like replay it again.
You seen the Steel PSA?
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
my
I was
God, it's
told
incredible.
about it. I need to watch
so
it.
Good.
I'll get it up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Actually,
we can get him to play it.
Can we do it one more time, production?
But how about this? Why don't we throw to like a break, but to play the video and then they
And then do the break. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
so smart.
Well, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe we can have a whisper. Yo, Brax, do you want to sit down after this?
He said yes.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Stewie as well.
Yeah, we'll get these
Yeah.
guys on the couch. We're gonna watch Steel's PSA,
Yeah,
and
we
then
can
we
even
come back.
let's
we'll
get
get
all.
Cash. We'll just get them all down.
We'll
yeah.
replace all three of us. Hayes will stay, and then we'll bring over the players.
We'll have a North American Counter-Strike
Yeah.
discussion. All right, it's gonna be awesome. So
Sound
let's
good?
one more word from our PSA guy over it with Steel, and then we come back. We get some North American Counter-Strike players on the couch. See you then.